Dear YouTube bots that monitor content, I promise this video has nothing to do with politics. Nothing at all, despite this car being owned by a political figure. And this car and this robot is named Honqi. Honqi means red flag, and its specific model number is CA770. And this is a limousine designed for dignitaries. And the red flag is for this. This is the only parts forming part, and you don't really need there. In the alt mode, when you have a single flag, this meant a domestic dignitary, so a Chinese official, so to speak. And if you had dual flags, that means it was a foreign official. But dude, his hand is straight up fixed in that salute pose. And I gotta admit, man, for the price, this thing is pretty remarkable. I do wish there were a couple of things, like I wish the door kind of snapped in here, but at the same time, it would kind of mess up the alt mode, which is just so clean. And I got this from AliExpress. They actually sent me some money. What is it, like bonus vouchers or whatever you call it. And they were just like, yeah, if you just pump out some videos. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And so this is one of them. And he kind of has some like Tobot vibes, if you know what I mean. The head sculpt is done really well, and I was wondering to myself, and look at that, there's even like detail back over here. And also, look, the legs are fully filled out. There aren't a lot of hollow bits that you can see. And I was wondering if they paid extra love to this because of who it belonged to. I'm not going to say his name, but he's probably the most modern influential figure in Chinese history. For better or for worse, right? Taking a quick break from the action, just want to let you know that this toy review is brought to you by AliExpress. Many great toys like the one you see in this video can be purchased from their site, and during this promotional period, you can utilize the code on the screen to reap all the benefits of the current campaign. And if you'd like to purchase this product, the link can be found in the description and also pinned comment. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Like I said, I'm pretty impressed with what I see, dude. It's pretty nice, man. Pretty darn nice. There's a couple of areas, like I said, this door being one of them. I do wish like there was a magnet or something that helped it latch in place. There's no swivel over here, and I wish there was. Same thing for the hands as well. But again, dude, when I bought this, or like when I purchased it with the credit they gave me, it was like 20 bucks. And for 20 bucks, man, this is really good. As you can see, the paint is done really well. I mean, I just love the face. Absolutely love the face. And this blaster is kind of weird in that it does mount over the shoulder, and it kind of gives them that whole Datsun, Prow, Blue Streak, smokescreen look. And I think that's pretty awesome. And even the way he's designed, it's kind of like that. Oh, by the way, did I mention that this is all metallic? That's nuts, right? And the chrome is super duper clean. I know I'm just hopping around and everywhere, but yeah, that's just how my mind is sometimes. This over here in Chinese, actually, it says Hongqi. It says red flag over here. But yeah, if you do some research, you can see who this belonged to. And what is it? The blaster, the rifle thing. He can plug it into his hand, but like, dude, it's at such an awkward spot, you know? They should have added something over here or allowed him to kind of like dual wield it or something. But yeah, this just looks like some dude's like walking stick, walking cane or something like that. And also I haven't really figured out a place to insert it in bot mode, or excuse me, in car mode. Hey, he does have a port over here. That's just like barely better. So yeah, there's a couple of things that he doesn't do well. I don't know, man. I still like him a lot. And I think you saw me going through some of the range of motion and stuff like that. He has a swivel. A lot of this is for transformation. There is no wrist swivel because it's fixed that way for the sake of the transformation, which I'll show you in just a moment. There isn't any like tilt or anything like that. And he's pretty basic, but for a basic bot, I mean, see how this all like is filled out? I don't know, man. You just don't get that in Hasbro products. If you pay 20 bucks for a Hasbro product, I guarantee you're not getting anything near this whatsoever. In terms of scale, if you watch the short, you can see that this fool is ginormous, dude. He's massive. And basically in the short, I said that this is a Neo Stunticon coming from China, and I had them kind of talking in Mandarin and stuff. But you'd like to see it transformed, right? I would too. I would too. So I'm going to show you right now. This forearm over here, it just opens up, and this is going to spin. And like, dude, even inside all of there's so much detail. And again, part of me likes to think that that due to nationalistic pride, they kind of went a little bit overboard. In a good way, though. They went all out, basically, to create this. And that'll tab in like that. And you can see over here, it just, There's not a lot of seams. It just looks like the standard seams that you would see in the car, you know? And so kudos to them. Kudos to them. And so the grease on my hand, because I just had lunch, the grease on my hand is kind of making some markings on this. And I apologize. But dude, I love that head sculpt. I really, really do. Yeah. Very Tobot-ish. I think it's Tobot that I'm thinking of. So same thing over here. And at some point also I'm going to cut away and do a what is it? Not station identification, a promotion for AliExpress. Maybe I've done it already. I don't know, where it says like, hey, get this at AliExpress, register and blah, blah, blah. You know, all the things that I'm required to do as part of my sponsor obligation, as part of my obligations to my sponsor. So, okay. So we have the doors over here, right? But the doors, we're actually going to close them in at the end. This back piece, we're going to lift up. And once you do that, this is going to open up and allow you to press this down. And there's this thing over here. I don't know exactly what this is for. Like, I thought it was like a button or something like that, but it didn't really do anything. And so anyway, just going to leave that as is. And boy, this is clean. This is so, so clean. Yeah, it's just done extremely well. I wish they had included a waist swivel with him. Like they could have, but perhaps it would have taken it beyond the price point. And if I paid $20 shipping for this in the US, the China market, this thing must be like 10 or below, like $7, $5 or something like that. So that's just absolutely incredible. And when I used to work in China, dude, and I was working out of Beijing, I would always hit up the shops and just buy tons of third-party stuff because it was so cheap, so cheap. Okay. So the legs, we open this up and these are going to come together and you're going to hear them. Well, if I could fasten them. Oh, there you go. Very satisfying clow. And the knees inside, there's a knuckle joint that you're going to disengage them off of. And then you're going to bring this whole thing around. And you're going to bring that up here. These tab in very securely, also tab in extremely securely to the roof. And again, they just did so much work to omit any type of like seams, you know what I mean? Like all of this just looks so natural that if you saw this on someone's desk, you might think it's one of those metallic cars that doesn't really transform. And yeah, that cleans up nice over here. Head is hidden, like everything is just like, I got no complaints. There's a little bit of friction over here, but then yeah, you just do that. You just press it forward a little bit and then you close it up and it will fasten here and also fasten over here. Goodness gracious. Look at that. Minus this hinge, like, dude, that's a nice piece, man. That's a nice piece. And he actually has a homie, like a brother. It's a military vehicle, and I'm going to show you that in a couple of days. And his accessories that he comes with are, they're unique. They're unique. I'll just put it that way. But here he goes, man. Like some type of, like, Addams Family ride, you know what I mean? I love the red and the black. The chrome, these are not on rubber tires, but dude, it rolls very, very well. There's a ton of clearance on the bottom. Yeah, oh. And if we want to add the little parts forming gimmick, we're going to get this. There's a little tiny hole there, and then we just add that to show that this belongs to, yeah, the gentleman's name rhymes with cow. Here he goes. And no, I'm not trying to disrespect anyone or nothing like that. Yeah, I mean, it also rhymes with now, right? Or how. But here you go. Here you go. There's not even a place to add a secondary red flag over here. So this is clearly meant for said individual. It even looks like a mobster car. You know what I mean? It looks crazy, man. Exhaust over here. The license plate area over here. It's just very, very clean. And unfortunately, yeah, like this would mess up the clearance on the bottom. There's no place where you can put this. But again, I think they really wanted to focus on, even like, by the way, the inside of the wheel wells, you can see the deco and just really done well. I think they did not want to compromise the integrity of the car mode by adding any of that. And I don't know, man. I kind of dig it, dude. I think it's pretty dope. And for $20, can't go wrong, dude. And so if you'd like to pick this up, you can check out the link in the description. And as always, you know, be careful and also be mindful of where you register and provide your personal information regardless of where you shop and stuff. Just always be mindful of that. Read their privacy policy. See if they sell and share your data, et cetera, et cetera. And so anyway, yeah, for me and Hongqi, I'm out, dude. This is a really, really nice ride.